Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we did have Wave 2 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC release yesterday, and the developers of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gives us an idea of the scope of the game as well as what to expect from the expansion pass. We have those topics and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with all the latest gaming news. And if you haven't checked out our video on the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition giveaway, make sure to check that out from the main page. Now let's get started. So we finally got Wave 2 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC announced at 9 AM yesterday, and the announcement says, gas up your carts and put on a new set of tires. Wave 2 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass arrives August 4th. And then as a reminder, they say available to Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack members at no additional cost or on its own as a paid DLC. Now the first highlight of Wave 2 is a new track called Sky High Sunday. The description says the competition may heat up, but that doesn't mean you can't chill out in the sweet race, which is filled with larger than life desserts at nearly every turn. Now Sky High Sunday will be released into Mario Kart Tour at a later date. And we'll quickly go through the rest of them here. From the N64 we have Calamari Desert. And then from the Super Nintendo, Mario Kart Circuit 3, and then from the Wii, Mushroom Gorge, and then from Mario Kart Tour, we have Sydney Sprint, and then from the DS, we have Waluigi Pinball. From the Game Boy Advance, we have Snowland, and Snowland is not in Mario Kart Tour, although I bet it will probably be added soon. And then finally, from Mario Kart Tour, we have New York Minute. Now, out of all of these, I probably spent the most time playing Calamari Desert on the Nintendo 64, and it never failed that I would get caught by the train at some point on this track. But let us all know in the comments which of these tracks you're looking forward to playing the most. And over on Nintendo.com, they released the third part of the Ask Developer Q&A with the developers of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And in this Q&A, you can get sort of an idea of the scope of this new world. When talking with one of the developers about how big the title was, he says, well, yes, that's right. Come to think of it, we were just talking about this yesterday in the office, that the world would be crazy big for this title. So I actually did the math, and it turns out that the total walkable area in this game is over 5 times larger than that in the second title. And having just finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I know that's pretty large. There were times where the game kind of felt like a MMORPG just for the sheer size of the world. Now they also talked a little bit about what would be, I guess, in Wave 4 of this expansion pass, which would be new story content. This is something to consider after you have played this game, but we are offering an additional expansion pass. We will be adding a new story at the end of the expansion pass, and we are thinking of making its volume of content as large as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. We hope those who enjoyed that content as well as newcomers will pick it up. So having just finished Torna about a week ago, it was about 20 hours for me to get through it, doing some of the side quests, but not all of them. And I must say I did enjoy Torna better than I did the base Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I also thought it looked a lot better graphic-wise, so I'm hoping for high things for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 based off of how well Torna was done. Now right now, this Wave 4 has a release date of December 31st, 2023, but that may just be a placeholder. But at any rate, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is out today, so if you've picked it up and have been playing it, let me know what you think in the comments below. And we have a slight update when it comes to the PS5 firmware. We have a headline here from blog.playstation.com. PS5 beta introduces 1440p support, game lists, and more. So right now this is on the beta, so unless you're in the beta channel you're not going to see these, but you will have the option now here for 1440p resolution. They also add a game list, which kind of reminds me of what was added to the Switch a while back, where you can create a list and then put different games in it based on what you name the list. So you might have a folder of RPGs, or you might even have a folder of stuff that's locally installed versus on disk. And then they added just a few small features, one of which you'll be able to test your surround sound versus stereo. And when resuming a game, your in-progress activities are shown predominantly at the top of the game hub to make it easier and faster to find it. And there's several improvements to being able to share your screen, as well as being able to accept friend requests. And I do like the ability to test the audio. I've been having issues with mine trying to get 3D audio to work. Now, in the example they have here, it shows a headset, so I hope this works with sound systems as well. Overall, some nice improvements, and it's good to see it only took 2 years to get folders on the PS5, where I think it took about 4 years for the Switch. And we have the games announced for Games with Gold for the month of August. We have Calico, which is available from August 1st to the 31st, and this got a 57 for the PC version on Metacritic. And this is a day in the life community sim. And then we have Scourgebringer, which is available from August 16th to September 15th. And this had a 75 on Metacritic, and this is a roguelite platformer. And then we have Saints Row 2, which is coming August 1st to the 15th, and this one has an 81 on Metacritic, and this is an open world action adventure sequel. And then finally we have Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine, which is coming August 16th to the 31st, and this is an adventure game that got an 81 Metacritic. And as just a reminder, October marks the end of the 360 games coming to Games with Gold, and it's kind of unfortunate. Even though those are older games, they always tend to have higher ratings on them than the Xbox One games. But if you've played any of these, let us know in the comments below which ones we should try out. But if you have Games with Gold or Game Pass, you might as well just go ahead and add them into your inventory. And in an interesting bit of remote play news for PlayStation, we have the headline here at blog.playstation.com, introducing Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition, an officially licensed controller for PlayStation. Now they say this controller is inspired by the look of the DualSense wireless controller, and as you can see here, it connects into an iPhone and you can use it to do PS Remote Play. Now, if you're not familiar with PS Remote Play, this is an app you can use to connect to your PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 from pretty much anywhere in the world as long as you have internet connectivity. I've used Remote Play before on my PC when I've wanted to play a game and somebody else was using the TV that the PlayStation 4 was connected to. Now this controller is powered from the iPhone, so it's not going to require charging up or putting any batteries in it. And the controller is $99, so it's a little pricey, but if this is something that you could take a great bit of advantage from, it would probably be well worth it. And finally, we have the latest Famitsu Sales from Japan. On the software side, we have a couple of new entries. Of course, we have Live Alive that came out last week in the #1 spot. Then we have Nintendo Switch Sports, and then our second new entry, Nobunaga's Ambition for the PS4, and then we have Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreak. Then we have Nobunaga's Ambition Rebirth again, this time for the Switch version, which is kind of odd that it actually was lower than the PS4 version. Generally in the past we usually see the Switch version up higher. But then we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, followed by Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Minecraft, Ring Fit Adventure, and then finally Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And over on the hardware side, we see pretty much the same thing we see most weeks, which is all three Switch systems in the top 3 spots, followed by the disc version of the PlayStation 5, then the Xbox Series X, then the Xbox Series S, the PlayStation 5 Digital in number 7, And then we have the new 2DS LL and PlayStation 4 in the last 2 spots. Now I know in the US, I've seen a lot of PlayStation 5s available this past week, so I'm wondering if we'll see a jump in these numbers in Japan next week. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Were there any of the tracks coming in Wave 2 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that you're interested in playing? And if you're playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 this weekend, let me know what you think about it. Now I'll have to apologize if my video sounded a little weird today. I've been fighting allergies and basically having to pause and sneeze between takes. But I do want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend, and be good.